Back to school season is one of the most stressful times of year, but no fear, we have our self-care. Okay, so if you are an educator who's sick of being burnt out, or if you're a teacher who's considering transitioning out the classroom, here are some self-care tips to help you avoid burnout during this back to school season. Let's get into it. Who experienced burnout last year, you have no other option but to focus on your self-care. Whether you are a lifelong teacher or whether you have considered life outside the classroom, you need to have a plan. You need to be intentional about your wellness to avoid burnout. Avoiding burnout does not happen by accident. It's something that's intentional. You need to make an intentional plan for your wellness to make sure that you are not burning out during this back to school season. So here are some tips to make sure you are balanced and are rejuvenated during this back to school season. I love a good morning routine because it is the best way to ensure that you are starting off your day by pouring into yourself. By having a morning routine, you are making sure that you have something in the morning to look forward to. And it also helps bring in that positive energy so that you're able to start off the day on a good note. So think about those days when you're disheveled, you're struggling trying to find things. Those tend to be the days that are tough because it already started off on a bad note. So when I think about morning routines, I think about things that help us have a calm and, motivating and positive start to the day so that the rest of our day can follow that. So different things that you can do for your morning routines include saying affirmations, listening to motivational podcasts or videos, sprucing up your shower routine, maybe having some bath bombs or putting some essential oils in your shower so that you're able to have some sort of aromatherapy, having your bag packed the day before. So these are all different things that you can do to start your day off on a positive note, but also have a sense of calm and organization right at the beginning of the day. It's the boundaries for me. It's important to have boundaries. So as in this teaching profession, the natural instinct is to give selflessly and to give your all. And part of avoiding burnout is really making sure that you are not pouring from an empty cup. And so part of doing that is also setting boundaries. Think about during what time frames will you be working on your work obligations, your home life obligations? What are those time frames? Will you be bringing work home? If so, how often? Will you be staying late at work? If so, how often? In terms of tough conversations, when do you prefer to have those conversations? Do you prefer to have them midday, in the afternoon? When are you not checking your email? Is your email on your personal phone? These are different things that you should be thinking about as you set boundaries. Prioritize your health. One of the fastest or one of the most clearest signals that you need to take it easy is when you start to get sick, right? When you get sick out of nowhere, and that is your body's way of saying, hey, you need to calm down, you need to focus on yourself. So there are several things you can do to make sure that you are prioritizing your health during this busy back to school season. That can look like focusing on building up your immunity. Now that you're gonna be around more students, more educators, more people, making sure that you have immunity shots so that you are able to have that perfect health. Making sure you are eating well. So instead of buying meals every single day, consider meal prepping healthy meals so that you're also giving your body the nutrients that it needs. And hydrating, making sure that you are drinking a healthy amount of water so that you are hydrated and that you are not, running on E by the end of the day. This can also look like thinking of when you are going to schedule those wellness visits, right? So wellness visits are not just for the summertime. They can happen throughout the year. So schedule those wellness visits so that you know when you are going to be prioritizing your health. But we have to spice it up. It's important to have hobbies, right? Another back to school tip is to have hobbies. So it's important to incorporate joy. It can be very easy to get caught in the trap of go to work, come home, deal with home life responsibilities, go to sleep, do it again. It can be so easy to get caught in that cycle. And so that's why it's so important to have hobbies. So when I think about hobbies, I personally love to dance. That's something I love to do. It makes, my soul smile. So it's something that I love. But hobbies are really great for really incorporating that joy back into your life. And it's something to look forward to. So hobbies can look like painting, hiking, joining a girls group or a club or sports group, an intramural sports group. there are so many different hobbies that you can do to really bring in that joy in your life so that you're not working all the time and so that you're bringing in joy and positivity. Connect with your support system. So we are not islands. We cannot operate alone. Find your support system. So your support system might be at work. You might have a work bestie in which you confide in, you vent to, you ask questions, or that can be your loved ones at home, maybe a cousin, another fellow educator at a different school. That's honestly up to you, but throughout the school year, there are studies that show those who are able to build community and connect with others are able to really persevere throughout trials because they have that support. So part of avoiding burnout is realizing you're not doing everything by yourself. You have thought partners, you have people who care about your wellness, and those people are your support system. So those are my self-care tips for the back to school season. Which self-care tip do you want to use during this back to school season? Please drop that down in the comments. Also, please check out the links below. I have different resources that you can use to pour into yourself and make sure that you are focusing on self-care. Also, whether you are a teacher who really loves teaching but knows that your self-care needs some TLC, or if you're a teacher who has considered transitioning out the classroom, but they definitely need a self-care plan to make sure that they have the capacity to do this work during the school year, let's work together. So the information will be linked below, but let's do a self-care strategy session to make sure that we are creating a tailored self-care plan for you so that you are able to really thrive this year and minimize that burnout. Stay all the way to the end. You know we are besties. Okay, so go ahead and subscribe. Catch you guys next time.